I'm Caitlin from Rustle Floral Company and National Floral Supply, and I'm the resident Dahlia grower here at National. I'm just going to take you on a little tour of the Dahlia field so you can see where most of your dahlias have been coming from this season. Seems like we're going to finally get a killing frost and possibly some snow on Friday. So I just wanted to show you the field and talk a little bit about dahlias. So this is currently what we have blooming. It's hard to believe it's the end of October. This is one of my coral sections, and this is one of my favorite varieties here. It's called Caitlin. This one is called Natalie G, and it's blooming a little more yellow. The dahlias tend to change color later in the season and when the temperatures get cooler. This is one of my favorite ball varieties. It's called Caitlin's Joy. This one blooms like a purpley fuchsia with a corally peach undertone, and different flowers on the same plant can be different shades and different colors. Coming down further into the field, we have some bright plum over here. That one's called Thomas Edison. Those big tall ones up here are called Diva. That one's one of my favorites. This one here became a favorite this year, called Sebastian. It's hard to get the tone of the flowers, especially when you're filming. This one here is called Daisy Duke. Now later in the season, you'll find that a lot of the centers start opening up, where typically on a bloom, you want to see just full petals and no center. But when it's coming to the end of the year, the plants want to get pollinated, so their centers will tend to open faster and bigger than they normally would. Here's a cactus variety here, a pretty coral cactus called Preference. I haven't been picking these too much, so I've been letting some go to seed so that I can also collect seed and hopefully grow some of my own varieties. This one over here is called Fluffles. It almost looks like an ice cream sundae. Some pretty fall oranges, some reds over there. This is one of my favorite oranges. Looks a little red there. It's called Nicholas. It's a very late bloomer, but it's a water lily style. Over there we have Blue Boy, which is kind of like an upright water lily, vertical water lily. And over here is one of my other favorites. It's definitely called a formal decorative, Peaches and Cream. And this one also can bloom all different shades and styles on one plant. Then you have the true ball varieties. This one here is called Babette. This one here is called Cartouche. It's one of Danielle's favorites. And I have, over here is all my burgundies, my whites, and my cafe au laits. So here are some of the burgundies. You'll see that I've been picking them like crazy, but they're still going. I also have some mini palm varieties, which are really good for boutonnieres. This one's called Maike, M-A-A-I-K-E. This one here, usually it has a closed center, but like I said, now it's starting to open. It's called White Pearl. This was one of my favorites also this year. It's called Senior's Hope. Really doesn't produce much, but it was definitely one of the florist's favorites, along with this one here, which is called After Dusk. Definitely one of the favorites of the burgundies. And we have some taller whites over here, some blush, a true red called Red Cap. Some smaller varieties, Jason Matthew. This one here is called Voodoo. This is another variety called Tempest. It's really pretty salmon against the plums in the background. I have another variety up here that's really pretty and really consistent. It's called Megan Dean. It's a really nice lavender. Usually this one stays closed more than it is now, but I think all these guys know that their time is up. I'll just show you the Cafe au Lait row really quick. So the bugs have also gotten a little bad, but these are all the cafes, the queen of the dahlias. So I also have a seedling row. So I collected seed from certain varieties, and they're open pollinated, so the bees crossed all these breeds. Obviously you can see how much the bees like the pollen. They're all hunkered down for the winter. So I ended up getting 2 or 3, actually maybe 4 varieties that I will keep. So this one is a cross. Usually dahlias are tuber propagated, which means you divide the roots, the tubers, and they stay true to variety. But if the bees make a new variety and they cross, we don't know who the parents are. So there are so many different genetics and crosses that you can get. This one here I won't keep, but it's a really cool yellow and white. You get a lot of tartan red and white. This is a giant, probably crossed with a Cafe au Lait, but it's a single. This is another one that I'll keep. Here's another cute tartan one that just opened up. This one here, which I was very excited about early on. This one's kind of like a cross between a variety called Labyrinth and Cafe au Lait. And here's my newest one, which I really like, is a pretty peachy, buttery yellow cactus. So I'll keep that one as well. So there you have it.